my name's Thought Taken. This is my 2023 BMW S1000RR, and I have to be quiet because my roommate's sleeping, but it's not going to be very quiet for very long. I'm going to take this camera off because this is what I usually record with, this 360 camera, but sometimes there are times where I do videos like this, which is like more of a traditional motovlog, and I need my wallet, so I'm going to go grab my wallet real quick. Let's get the shoes on because I didn't want to stop around the house. And we can get going. So today we are dropping off the BMW for warranty service. And I kind of wanted to talk about my experience with the BMW. So unfortunately, owning this S1000RR has not been all sunshine and rainbows. Now, these are just little nitpicky things I talked about in a video a while ago that are just now finally getting fixed. Or when you spend $24,000 on a brand new bike, you kind of want things to work. Now, I do not own these other bikes, but I'm obviously no stranger to spending a lot of money on a motorcycle. However, when I do so, I like things to work, and I bought this Panigale V4 a while ago, and in that time, I've put almost as many miles that is on this bike. And what's really crazy is I've had no issues with my Ducati V4 in that same amount of time. Meanwhile, my BMW has started out having a leaky fork, but it seems like it's kind of resolved itself. But the techs are still going to look at that today because obviously there's no way to tell just by looking at it. They're actually going to open it up and see if there's any amount of fork oil that's leaked out of it. And also, I mean, again, this is like nitpicky stuff, but this gas cap is supposed to be tight, and it's not, and it flops up when you're riding. So that is also getting replaced. And the last thing is, this bike has not been very happy when it wants to go fast. It is great at low speed stuff, as you guys are going to see today on the way to the warranty shop. However, when you get higher in the RPMs, this bike does not want to shift. And that's, of course, why I'm wearing boots today, because you basically have to ride boots if you want to ride this bike. You can't ride regular shoes. Because I literally have to push up so hard, I'm basically breaking my toes if I'm wearing regular shoes. Unless you have this piece right here, which is like a plastic piece that prevents it from digging in your toe, because that's where you have to shift right here. Yeah, you're basically breaking your toe in order to shift. It's really annoying. And hopefully they're going to fix that today. I think it's an ECU thing, because this thing is tuned from the dealer. So hopefully they can fix that, because it's been really annoying. Especially when I'm trying to go fast. It's just like painful on my leg. It sucks. And I think this is gonna, that's gonna fly off. Alright, so I guess you guys are just gonna be able to see my speed today, which is fine. I just gotta take it easy then. I hope you guys understand that I'm not really crazy about posting myself doing illegal activities, at least that obvious, because I like my freedoms and I plan on keeping them. So my S1000, like I said, is a 2023, has I think just over 2,000 miles now? Something like that? And it has the full titanium exhaust system, Akrapovic, with a Brent tune. No air filter. I decided to skip the air filter just because I feel like manufacturers are the best when it comes to making their own air filters for a bike, because they actually have a job of filtering out particulates that are in the air before they reach the motor, and I don't really want to mess with that. Plus, it's plenty fast just by itself, so I'm leaving the stock air filter in. And plus, I think a lot of people make the mistake of trying to build these bikes out to be like crazy horsepower numbers that can compete with a bike like that, but it's like, it's still a 1000cc bike. It's never going to be able to compete with that bike unless you start risking blowing the motor, which I don't want to do. You start pushing the internals way beyond of what the physics of the internals of the motor are, stuff's gonna start breaking, and so I don't want to do that. I should probably get a move on because I got class in like 2 hours, and I'm trying to eat before then, so lab is outside today, and that's gonna suck. That means we're gonna be cooking it. Yes, in terms of low speed stuff, this bike's great, but it's that higher speed stuff I'm gonna talk to them about because it's not so great. Again, I wouldn't complain about nitpicky stuff like this if this bike didn't cost as much as it does. I've bought $6,000 sport bikes before, and they run great, and that's the thing. You don't have to spend this much money on a motorcycle to get all this fun stuff out of a motorcycle. But usually when you buy a new bike, you want a bike that works, A, for a couple years, and B, has all the latest tech. So this bike does have all the latest tech. It has the giant screen, it has cruise control, heated grips, all the power modes in the world. It's fantastic. It is a really awesome bike to ride. And it's not like I've had any issues that stop me from riding the bike, but these are issues nonetheless that I want to have looked at. I just realized I'm in race mode, and like, just see how calm this bike is when I'm like driving past the police station that's right up here. Like, no complaints at all. This bike isn't jerky. It isn't like doing all this, hello police station, I'm doing the law. I'm not gonna be stupid, even though I got a Lexus literally on my, literally on me, on top of me. I'm still, you know, following the rules. All right, it increases the 35 up here, so I don't want to be holding up traffic. There's a lot of cars behind me. It's just really annoying how cops will pick out motorcycles for going over the speed limit when I literally have cars like on top of me, behind me. because I'm trying to follow the speed limit, at least on side roads. Like, I wouldn't normally do this if it wasn't on camera. I hope you guys know that, but it's just like, it's a nitpicky thing I have with the cops. I really wish. Here's one right here. See, maybe it is a good thing I'm following the law here. I'm just gonna set my cruise control and forget about it, because these cars are stressing me out a little bit. I don't want to get rear-ended, dude. I just hope you guys know what I'm doing right here isn't dangerous, because this bike has a steering stabilizer, so it's actually like totally safe. Unless I see a giant pothole coming up that like I can gauge, I can like, oh, maybe I should hold on to the bars for this. But even that, like, there's not really anything that's gonna knock these bars aside. BMW does a great job with including a stock steering stabilizer on here that works very well, so I trust it. Plus, if not, I'm wearing full leather anyway, so I will survive. I got a $600 helmet, I'm wearing $200 boots. Maybe the pants have something to be desired, but it's all right. I'll just follow my upper body. It's okay. We're good. That's where all the organs are, so that's really what matters. Oh, that thing sounds so good. Oh, this bike sounds so good. I love it. The popping. Oh, it's so much fun. Again, see how good this thing is, like, around the city? Ah, you can just sit in first, in a second, you can just ride around like 2,000 to 4,000 RPMs. And it doesn't complain at all, which again is a weird thing to like on a super bike, but sometimes that's what you're doing. That's what you like to have. Normally I would like to split up to something like this, but again, we're being good boys today. We're not trying to have any problems on the way to get this bike fixed when it's not running right. Again, at the low speed stuff, it's totally fine. Like I said, I'm not really gonna be able to show it off on camera. Well, trust me, when you're in high RPMs and trying to shift, this thing won't do it. It'll like pop out of gear and just throw you into like a false neutral. It's terrible. It's absolutely, like, it's almost unrideable. Might as well just, dude, you might as well just have kept going. Like, what are you doing here? This dude is out in the middle of the intersection. Now we got this dumb truck in front of us, and getting on the highway is going to be a nightmare. Now we gotta get behind this truck. I hate it. He's gonna take like 20 years getting on this highway. And it's a short on-ramp. No. You gotta be kidding me. It's like risking my life now to get on this. So if you guys weren't familiar with Cleveland roads, now you are. Now you definitely are. Yep, it's just about as miserable as you think it is. I would actually say it's a perfect day for riding if I didn't have school. And that's something that you guys don't really get to see, because I don't really have a way of making school interesting at all. I literally sat there 7 hours yesterday just working on homework and video editing, because I edit all these videos myself, and it's very time consuming. I usually save it for days where the weather is kind of less than optimal, so I get to enjoy the nicer days, and I'm going through that. I literally have school in an hour and 20 minutes, and I really hope I get to eat food because I am starving. Oh my god. This is where I bought my bike. It's probably from the truck it was behind. Yeah. What's going on? Yep. Alright, boys. That's gonna wrap up today's video. So I guess I still have the Panigale for tonight, because today's gonna actually turn out to be quite a nice day of riding, I think. A nice old reliable Panigale, am I right? Seriously, this thing has been awesome, dude. I am very excited to ride this thing again today. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated when I get the S1000 back. Obviously, you can't expect all sunshine and rainbows with every bike purchase, especially when I've gone through a couple of these things. But the fact is, you can buy a motorcycle for 6-7 grand used, or even I think around 12 brand new, and you can have just as much fun on cheaper bikes than the bigger bikes. I would say you can get about 90 to 95% out of a motorcycle, like all the stuff that you can do on a motorcycle on this compared to this. There are a few minor things that this bike can do that the smaller bikes can't. Go well over 200, but you don't need to do that. And with bigger bikes comes bigger problems, and so I just want to tell people, if you're trying to get into the sport, start cheap. You don't have to start out with something like this. And with that, that's going to wrap up today's video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. That was taking my BMW to warranty work, so I'll keep you guys updated. Bye.